Gordon stuff a little bit?
We can talk about whatever we want, Will. This
we
is
want.
That's Good Broncos podcast.
Oh, we're doing it.
I hit it record when you were looking. So you're listening to a football talking show. I'm Brandon Perna here with Will Keys. We were going to have Mile High Mario Vitanzi on today, but the internet gods would not allow it. So we should have Mario next Wednesday evening. We'll record. Maybe we'll just go live. I don't know. But he was going to give us a lot of behind the scenes info. He knows a lot of players.
Some dirt.
Asking for dirt on Pat Shurmur. And now Will and I don't know what we're going to talk about because basically the podcast was just going to be us asking Mario questions. So we'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Here's what we're going to do is we're going to make up dirt.
Yeah.
And then be really surprised later when we get sued for slander. Slewed for Sander.
Russell Wilson has never paid his taxes.
Not once. He also has fake calves, which might be true.
Yeah, he might have fake calves. We will get into Russell Wilson's calves dear God, today. Oh, my God. Don't forget, the show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up at DraftKings. DNVR, they're going to remodel their bar. So they're doing the Avs watch parties and then going into remodel mode. And also sponsoring the show, my coffee company, benchwarmerbrew.com. It's Father's Day coming up. Might be too late for you to get Father's Day coffee, but maybe you can give your dad coffee late. Code Big Dick Decade for 10 years of That's Good Sports will get you 10% off. If you sign up for the subscription service, you get 25% off. You get to tack on that 10% and get the best deal for my coffee possible. Working on some new mugs, tasting some snacks. So there'll be new shit coming up in the Benchwarmer Brew store soon. All right. Broncos are wrapping up minicamp. I think they canceled the practices today.
Field day. It's field
day
now.
Team bonding. James
Controversial.
Head is exploding today because everybody knows one extra practice in June builds Super Bowl champions.
Yeah. No, I don't like team building.
No.
I think we should go back to two-a-days. I think we should get heaters on the sideline in the hot weather. And I think they should be in full pads at all times.
Yeah. They should be hitting each other even when they're not practicing.
Yeah. I think we should just go back to Oklahoma drills and not 7-on-7. 7-on-7, first of all. I don't like the idea of that. Not enough meat in the trenches.
No. Unless no skill players are out there.
Also, yeah. Oh, that's something I like. 7-on-7 with two tight ends.
Yes. All blocking.
There we go. 5 offensive linemen, tight end on either side. And there's no ball. They just hit each other.
Make concussions part of football again.
Also, those caps, those Guardian caps that they put on the helmets now, get those the hell out of here. Don't like those.
I mean, I do like them because they make the helmets look so ridiculous.
Well, yeah, why don't you just wear the pink like pussy hats from the Women's March? All
right. Those like helmet caps make me think it's like a movie is doing a future version of football, and that was their like artistic interpretation of.
It's like, have you seen the football scene from Starship Troopers?
Oh, I've never watched Starship Troopers.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I know. It's one of
so
the big
good.
ones I've missed.
All right. Well, since I watched Necessary Roughness last time,
okay.
Next time we're watching Starship Troopers.
Fair enough.
Great football scene. About 20 minutes into it.
Damn. Is it better football scene than what we got with Leatherheads?
I actually haven't seen Leatherheads. The one with John Krasinski
and Clooney. Yeah.
And Clooney. Yeah. I've heard it's it didn't get much acclaim at the time, but I've heard it's kind of belatedly gotten a little bit of hype.
I'll have to watch it again. I don't remember.
It looked kind of like a Coen Brothers, like a knockoff Coen Brothers kind of thing.
Probably.
Which I don't know if they're ever going to make a movie again together.
Do they not get along?
I don't know. They just started making movies separately. Yeah.
Well, the Avs play tonight. They begin their series against the Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope Colorado finds a way to injure the Lightning goalie, and the games are super easy for the Avs, and they score 10 goals every game.
And that was our hockey preview.
Do more hockey, Perna. I don't know
I don't
enough
fucking know what to say.
You could figure it out. No, I can't. And hockey guys will call me out on it.
We can barely figure out football.
Yeah, I'm just keeping afloat here. Okay,
Melvin Gordon.
Let's talk about these. No, let's talk about these calves first. Jesus Christ. I saw this photo of Russell's calves, and I was like, this is what we're talking about on the podcast. And somebody zoomed in on them on Twitter and pointed out they look like a penis and testicles. So
that's not what I saw.
No.
Yeah. He probably sees penises and testicles when he looks into the clouds too.
That cloud looks like a dick. That cloud looks like a dick. That cloud looks like
balls.
Yeah.
This is the worst podcast we've ever done.
Well, let's blame Mario.
Yeah, no, we can. No, well, I say that 8 minutes in just to set expectations lower than they've ever been. That way it has to be better.
There we go.
So our worst podcast was probably like something back in like 2018.
Probably.
And now this.
Please let us know which one was our worst podcast.
Yeah. Actually, don't.
Do not do that. It's June. Okay, here's something. Okay, we'll talk about Melvin Gordon in a second. One thing I learned from listening to Russell Wilson talk about, because he did his press conference, super positive, talked about the new ownership situation, building chemistry with all the new guys, basically hyping up everybody, doing what you would expect him to do. One thing I didn't realize was how much work Lloyd Cushenberry put in when he went out to San Diego to Russell's home. So that first wave when all the guys went out to Russell's house to work out with him, we pointed out that Cushenberry was there. But Wilson mentioned him like during his press conference, saying like we took hundreds and hundreds of snaps together while doing that work, and he was a guy just like working his tail off while we were there, which I thought was interesting because I think Cushenberry's in a kind of like a make or break year in terms of whether he's going to stick around with the Broncos or they try and draft like another center. And it got me thinking, like, you know, Cushenberry's talked about this offense being a little bit more structured to his strengths and his athleticism in terms of him getting off the ball and out to make some of the blocks where they're going to stretch, you know, running to the sidelines in the zone. So I thought that was interesting. And I think maybe we were talking, was it last week, about guys who could, you know, that need to have good seasons. I don't think we talked about Cushenberry, and I think he could have like one of those, because it's hard for offensive linemen because we really don't know what the fuck they're doing every play. How good?
Yeah,
how
we just rely on the opinions of people who know what they're seeing and are able to articulate it, which is not us.
But I think he's a player who could look a lot better with Russell Wilson. And I think, when he was at LSU, he was with Joe Burrow, right?
Yeah, he was with maybe the most talented team of all time.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, and they're handing off to Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Randy Moss's son at tight end.
There you go. And so, Burrow, Russell Wilson, good quarterbacks usually make centers better too.
I think that's fair. When you can talk to a quarterback and the quarterback knows what they're looking at and probably knows where a blitz is coming, and when the stunts are happening, that might make your life easier. And I was reading PFF yesterday, just kind of looking at their offensive line rankings. And they had Cushenberry going. He went from like a 40 overall grade back in his rookie year, jumped up to like 62, and they think he's going to take a bigger step. Yeah, the great leap forward.
Well, like the Broncos line looked the best that year with Scangarello, right? Is that the year of Bowles?
That was pre-Cushenberry.
Yeah, but like Reisner looked good, Bowles looked good. Like we're like, oh shit, we hit the lottery with Reisner, right?
Yeah, Reisner looks good. Or he looked good in 2019. Now apparently he's fighting for a spot, which I don't know if that's true or not. I think Bowles took the big leap in 2020, right?
Was it?
That was his big step forward.
Well, I think this scheme is going to make all the line look better. And if they don't, we'll blame it on Russell Wilson. We'll just be like,
yeah. So I just used the Dolly Mini app, which is an image generator, and I typed in John Elway communist propaganda. And I really like what it came out with. I'm gonna
you got to show it.
Send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep talking first.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. The Broncos are going to be better. We all know that. Oh, yeah. You mentioned Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Chiefs running back.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guy who might also have a much better season. If you want to talk about players the Broncos should worry about a little bit. Apparently, he played through a bunch of injuries last year.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could see his volume going way up. I think they could all, every one of those Chiefs receivers has to be feeling pretty good about their production going forward without Tyreek Hill. I don't think they're going to be a better team, but everyone else is going to have like pretty nice numbers because you got to throw it to somebody, right?
Yeah, no, I think he's a guy who we thought was going to have more production, and I think he quietly played. I forget what injury it was because he had some we knew about, and then there was one like nobody really knew about, like a hernia or an abdominal injury, something weird. He got fixed, and that he's feeling better, feeling like healthy for the first time.
Did he have these injuries as a rookie? Because he wasn't very good then.
Well, he was really underutilized then too, but that's Andy Reid offense.
Remember when guys were like drafting him first overall in fantasy football before he played a snap in the NFL?
Yeah. They're like, it's the next Michael Westbrook.
Michael Westbrook? Brian Westbrook?
Brian Westbrook.
There you go. Remember when Brian Westbrook slid down at the 1 yard line during the fantasy football finals and lost the game for like thousands of fantasy players.
Oh.
I just remembered that because when I was doing research for the 2007 episode, that was one of the funnier things that happened.
I still haven't even read that script.
You will at some point.
I'm supposed to shoot it today. I'm guessing I'm going to shoot that tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so. What do we have? Antonio Brown coming out today?
Yeah, Antonio Brown's uploading today. Did you send me that photo or what?
Oh, I tweeted it.
Oh my god.
I'll send you a direct
message.
No,
I'll find the goddamn tweet.
I want to make this as hard as possible.
Did you at me in it?
No.
Jesus Christ.
No, I did
Here,
not.
I'll get you the photo and then I'll tweet it. I'll not put you in it. All right, here we go. Everybody can follow Will Keys at Guillermo Yaves on Twitter. All right, it's the fucking share the screen. Will's technical acumen.
It's lacking.
Home tab. Here we go. John Elway. Great. Communist propaganda. Oh, wow.
He's the great leader. Some of those are actually kind of cool.
Yeah. You're right.
The middle right one, actually kind of sick.
The middle right one, that looks like
looks like a Redskins helmet.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like Doug Williams.
It does, yeah. Maybe also I like how he's wearing a visor in the center one. And he's just got the number 10 in the bottom left.
Yeah, I've never seen this Dolly Mini, huh?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Interesting.
It's a good time. Anyway, anything you can think of. My first attempt was branded Perna Oval Office, and it just showed the Oval Office empty, so I don't know if they have you in there.
I guess I could
never. It might be too hard to search. I'm going to type in That's Good Sports, and we'll see what happens.
Ooh. While Will's doing that, let me remind you to do your sports betting at DraftKings Sportsbook. Do it. That's the read. Bet at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Do it now.
Code DNVR. We got hockey and basketball tonight. And we're getting close to an NBA champion being crowned, and you can join in on the finals action by using code DNVR through DraftKings, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. You can bet $5 on any team to win and get $150 in free bets instantly. Okay? This is for new customers. Any $5 NBA bet, any of them for new customers, and you can get 150 in free bets instantly. You can do your parlays, create your own, multiple bets, like which team will win, total threes made, total rebounds, how many podcasts Draymond will do during the actual game. Boom. If you hit, you get a giant payout. Also,
he should do the first ever podcast during halftime.
Just be live mic'd.
Yeah, why not?
Just live mic it. Yeah, I would. He'd get he's part of Colin Cowherd's podcast network.
Oh God.
Surprised Draymond's not mentioning us and his DraftKings reads.
Soon. Okay, so I typed in That's Good Sports and it just came up with a very deflated soccer ball.
God, hold on.
Our brand is not strong enough. Download the DraftKings
Sportsbook app now. Code DNVR. Make any $5 bet during the NBA Finals. Get $150 in free bets. That's promo code DNVR. DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-522-4700. Did you tweet out the That's Good Sports one?
No, it's not tweet worthy.
Good. It's just a deflated soccer ball?
Among other images. I realized that I put a semicolon instead of an apostrophe in that, which could have been my downfall.
That's horrible.
Have you been watching the NBA Finals?
Not really. I've been watching hockey. I don't have extra time. I can't watch 2 sports right now.
That's a good point.
It's like too much. I just follow
I don't
it
think
based
you're
on
missing anything.
highlights in the news. I know Clay and Wiggins had a good game for the Warriors to help give them. They're what, 3-2? They took the series lead. Going back to Boston.
It's 3-2 now. There was a fake Clay Thompson who got into the Chase Center in San Francisco and got through security and was shooting around before the game, before he was figured out.
That was hilarious.
Who do you think you could sneak in as a fake version of an athlete? Could you go as like Brandon McManus and kick field goals?
Man, McManus is really tall. He's like 6'5". Is he like 6'3", 5"? Let me see how tall he is. So no, he's 6'3". Like when he has his beard, I could find, like a weird shirt to wear, and maybe get by. If I dyed my hair blonde, maybe I could pass as Cole Beasley if I went all blonde.
Oh, that's interesting. I like that. Wes Welker, maybe?
If I put on like 15 pounds.
Yeah, he's also probably a little on the taller side.
Yeah. I get this a lot. I could pass as Cortland Sutton.
Yeah. I've been saying that.
DJ Jones.
Yeah, I was going to say you and DJ Jones.
Give me a defensive lineman.
Yeah, I you probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't, just because he got banned from the Chase Center for life.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Which you don't want to get banned from. Well, here's a good point. Knowing that there might be a new stadium on the way, would it be worth it to get banned from the old stadium?
Oh.
I don't know if those bans carry over or not.
I don't think they do.
I think we just found a loophole. We can do whatever we want.
It's a different stadium. Yeah, so this is fake Clay getting into the... He does look a lot like Klay Thompson.
Yeah, with the goatee too.
I mean, he looks heavier than him, though. Looks
yeah.
like out of shape Clay. And he sinks his shots once he gets in there.
Yeah, he's actually a pretty good basketball player.
Boom. That's what I would believe. Then he gets kicked out. I don't think that. Why did they? I don't think they. I think banning him is a little extreme. I get like they don't want other people doing that, right?
Yeah. No, they don't want other people doing that.
He didn't hurt anybody. He didn't do anything bad.
He damaged Klay Thompson's brand, and that's worse than hurting somebody.
That's true.
You ever think about that?
Klay Thompson's stock tanked. Welcome to inflation, Clay. All right, here we go. Melvin Gordon hates the Denver media.
He hates us.
He hates us. Said he hated us on Twitter.
Yep.
I think he was. I haven't listened to him on. I think he was on Will Compton's podcast. I got to listen to that.
Yeah, everybody's been on that podcast now.
Yeah, but the reason Melvin Gordon hates the local media is because all they do is give him shit. And I think it was last week or the week before we talked about what it might mean, like him not showing up to the voluntary stuff. And like, we didn't take some hard stance on it either way, but we just said, like, it is a little weird when you get a new quarterback, a new head coach, that you don't take advantage of that extra opportunity to, like, just get some work done with those guys. But the reason Melvin Gordon not a fan is because he keeps getting ripped on for this. He showed up to minicamp, and they were still just talking about him not showing up to the voluntary workouts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like sometimes like a one of those things that a radio station picks up on, and they make it a point. For whatever reason, all of the other local sports coverage feel like they have to talk about it. And I get, like, in June, maybe you do that for a day. But the reason you and I talked about it is because I heard him talking about it on the radio, and I was like, it's actually an interesting point for Will and I to discuss. Wasn't going to talk about it again, but it was a week later. It was Monday when I was doing the golf thing for the Alzheimer's. I had a drive in to Denver and back, and they were talking about him not being at the workouts a week or two before when he was at the current one in the morning. And then it was the drive home. They were still ripping on him for it. I was like, why the fuck are you guys talking about this? It's completely meaningless at this point. And we've learned, like, him and Russ have been communicating, talking to each other about the playbook and stuff, because they have a relationship a little bit outside, because they both went to Wisconsin, right? Is that where their connection is?
They both overlapped for a year.
Yeah. So, like, there's that. And again, like we said, like we've always said, Melvin Gordon, kind of an underrated running back. We don't think it was a big deal. Just interesting. You don't take advantage of that opportunity. Try to make an impression with your new coach. The coach said it's not a big deal, but he's still getting shit for it. And that's what he gets annoyed about. And that's, like, if you follow him on Twitter, that's what you're seeing. And now they're going to, like, they'll try to make a story. Some media outlets will try to make a story about the Broncos not practicing today and doing a field day. It's all dumb shit. Nobody cares.
I care.
Will cares. So Will and I were thinking,
do not like field days.
Yeah, Will had the idea where, why don't we just get angry about everything that the Broncos do
for one episode?
Yeah, one episode. I'm going to just get pissed off when they win. I'm thinking.
Yeah, they didn't win the right way.
They won by 20 points, but let's be honest, they left 18 on the board.
Yeah, and then when they do win by however many points you wanted them to win by, or showboating. They're running up the score.
Showboating.
It's like the 2007 Patriots. And look how that turned out.
Yeah.
They scored too many during the regular season, and they didn't leave enough points for the Super Bowl.
They wasted it.
There's same with the 2013 Broncos.
Yep.
The 1998 Minnesota Vikings. If you score too much during the regular season, you've used up your allotment of points throughout the season.
It's bad luck for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was I going to say? Fuck. Oh, my God.
I tweeted another. Let me tag you in it.
A dolly? Another dolly?
Yeah, I'm addicted to these things.
Is it a play on Salvador Dali?
Yeah, I believe so.
My favorite artist, by the way.
Yeah, I love the one with the clock. I love Starry Night, too. I love when he painted Starry Night.
I love Salvador Dali's it's Fitzpatrick. There you go. We have
I like how this one turned out.
Peak off season. All right. Should I retweet your... Damn it. Did I retweet the... God damn it.
God.
Where's the John Elway? There we go. Let me retweet that. Before I retweeted it, Will, it had 6 likes. Now watch that.
Now it's going to blow up.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
I'll figure out a Russell Wilson.
Oh, Russell Wilson. You got to use this. You got to get calves in there for Russ.
We could figure that out, maybe.
Yeah.
It's all about the keywords.
Yesterday, somebody tweeted about, like, which teams were the least attractive. And like to play for.
Mm-hmm.
And I put the Browns at number 1, which some people wanted to disagree with. The Jags, the Texans, the Panthers, and I forgot the Washington football team. But can you think of a team less attractive to play for than any of those 5 teams right now?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've always thought the Miami ownership situation has been kind of spotty, and they don't have – I know there's optimism with Mike McDaniel, but in terms of an organization, like zooming out, I don't like the Dolphins as – like if I was consulting a player on where to sign in free agency, I would tell him just don't go to Miami.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say when they brought in some big name players this offseason. I agree, though. Like, I don't like their ownership situation. I think people want to play in Miami, though, because of the city.
Taxes, too, yeah.
Because of the taxes. So I think it because they've been a weird organization for a long time. But yeah, I get like they might compete. But the Lions. I left the Lions off the list intentionally because I just feel bad for them.
Yeah, kicking a guy while they're down.
But I also kind of feel like if they put a decent season together, I think players might want to go play for Dan Campbell. Like, I think he can help kind of change. I think if Matt Patricia were still there, 100%. Don't want to go to the organization at the Lions. But I think he's kind of changing that. And I think people, people root for the Lions to be good. They just never are.
If there was a line graph that measured like quality of team and also goodness of vibes, and the vibes were the y-axis, it would just be way at the top, all the way to the left.
Yeah, it's the opposite corner of Jokic.
Yeah. Every like efficiency graph that Jokic is in. Yeah.
And they're the graphs. They're not even trying to point out like Jokic being good. That's just where he is in all of it.
Yeah. It's like, well, look where Andrew Wiggins is in efficiency. Isn't that great? And then Nikola Jokic has broken the graph.
Yeah. Are the Nuggets going to trade for anybody, Will?
Oh, I don't know. I think they should make a move. Yeah.
You think they should? It needs to be a big player, a guy who can shoot, right?
You can't have enough shooters. That's
they need
my take.
Damian Lillard.
I think they should just go big. I think the NBA has gone small, and they should create the biggest lineup in the league.
Isn't Boston kind of winning because they've got a couple big guys?
I think they're a little bigger. Yeah, they're a pretty physical team.
Are they just bigger than the Warriors? The Warriors just kind of a small team.
The Warriors are a small team. Yeah. But then again, that like the NBA, just the rules and the fact that 3 points is more than 2, it really favors the smaller teams. That's why the Warriors are on the verge of winning for the 4th time this decade.
I watched the video that you sent me, though, and we're at a breaking point where 2s are more valuable than 3s.
Mathematically, I don't know if that's true.
Nope. I watched the video, and 2 is more than 3.
Yeah, well, that's why we got to gear the Nuggets back into 1986 style basketball.
Yeah. They get Jamal Murray back. They add another shooter. They trade Michael Porter Jr.
They should get Boban.
Oh.
He was really good in the first scene of Hustle.
Yeah.
That was a funny scene. Also, Juancho Hernan Gomez He's really great in that.
He's good. I liked Hustle a lot. I was like, because we talked a little bit about it before the pod started. And I was going to text you that night and be like, Hustle, thoroughly enjoyable. I was on board with the whole movie until the only part that took me out of it is when they used the social media to save his tryout. I thought that was a little corny.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of corniness, it was a Happy Madison production. This is, by the way, Adam Sandler's basketball movie on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty
solid.
Good.
Jess loved it. Like, it was a good movie we both watched.
Oh, good. Yeah, and it's not like Hubie Halloween or The Ridiculous Six or like Grown Ups or anything. It actually attempts a fairly serious tone with some levity still. It's a little like Rocky from the trainer's perspective, too.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I think that's like it's really Adam Sandler's sort of sweet spot where, because he plays a serious role really well. Like you saw him do it way back in Punch Drunk Love. You're like, oh, this is cool.
Oh, yeah.
But like when he doesn't have to be funny every scene, when he is funny, I feel like it hits harder. Like I feel like the jokes land a little more solid. Like when he was talking shit to Wancho on the court, it was really funny. Just, there's scenes like that. And I thought the movie was, there's like a formula, you know where it's going, but it was still good. And it was just like the part where, they went out and started recording his pickup games and had Dr. J use his social media swing to get it. I was like, I feel like they could have found maybe like just approach that a little different. But other than that, if you're a Nuggets fan who remembers when they drafted Wancho, go give it a watch.
Yeah, I would love to see like an NFL movie.
Yeah.
That's that caliber.
Because there's so many cameos. There's so many NBA players in that movie. It's friggin' awesome.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards plays kind of the bad guy.
Yeah.
Sort of. Doesn't play himself, like plays another prospect. And there's
Kermit Willis or something is his name.
Kermit something. And Wancho is not Wancho. He's Bo Cruz, the cruise missile.
Bo Cruz. Yeah, way easier name to say.
Maybe we
Wancho,
should.
her name goes as.
Maybe we should write a football movie together, and then send it to someone who knows how to make movies.
Dude, we could write a better movie than fucking Draft Day. I'll tell you that.
I could write a better movie than Draft Day in my sleep.
Yeah.
That movie, well, everything that needs to be said about Draft Day has already been said.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly entertaining movie that makes no sense.
The hard part of writing an NFL movie would be making it more entertaining than the actual NFL news cycle.
Yeah.
So, and you just had the Kevin James movie with Sean Payton. I haven't seen it yet.
I watched it. It got terrible reviews. It's not a good movie, but it's watchable. Okay. And I didn't hate it.
Maybe I'll have to watch that with Jess. She's a big Kevin James fan.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Is she a real blart head?
She likes Kevin James. Like, she's a sucker for any sort of physical comedy. And not that that's his MO, but
it can be. It can be. He is. I mean, obviously, he'd still be on King of Queens if Chris Farley was still with us.
Yeah, the master.
Mm-hmm. The most physical comedian of all time.
Yeah, I explained to Jess who the professor was during Hustle. I don't think she was too impressed.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, there's the professor!
I liked Adam Sandler knows his basketball.
Yeah.
He's the best. I loved Uncut Gems. I mean, not that, that's breaking news or anything, but
he's great in that.
I will not rest until I don't think he cares about winning an Oscar, but I care about it.
Dude, he's so good. There's like a bunch of really bad movies out there, but
those are for money, though.
They're for money, and it's just him and his friends. Like, those are the movies I would make if I had the ability. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? But fucking like Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, they're just so good. Big Daddy
like
was
The Wedding
great.
Singer. Yeah.
Wedding Singer was great. You know, it's
Deeds.
like comedy after a while, once you've seen a comedian's arsenal of tricks, you become immune to it. And then when you get too much creative power to do your own thing with humor, it kind of hurts in the long run. But
Sandman knows how to obviously he's got the fastball, and that's yelling like a buffoon. Like screaming is his fastball. That's 98 on the black. But then he'll throw in the off speed, the changeup, the punch drunk love, the uncut gems, the Rain Over Me.
Yeah,
not
Spanglish.
That's a great movie. Spanglish. Yeah. He'll throw in the off speed, and it'll make you stop, and you have to think about it the next time. So you're not just caught up on,
that's right.
Oh, this is Adam Sandler. He's going to get really angry, and he's going to go, wah, la, 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 la. You know, you have to think. You have to put a little thought into each Sandler project and treat it as if it's
that's right.
A unique performance.
Anyway, watch Hustle if you haven't seen it.
Watch Hustle. Good movie.
Watch Russell Wilson.
Russell, Bustle, and Hustle.
Damn right. All right, we went 40 minutes. We can get out of here now, Will.
Thank God. If you made it through this entire podcast.
We should have just started talking about Adam Sandler. We could have really had a good podcast.
Seriously.
Well, good night.
John Elway, great leader John Elway, played his entire career with one ACL.
Comrade Elway, one ACL. And good luck. And that movie was about I think it was